What's going on, GamingLabel? I'm Mr. Fitzy, and I'm here to make you better Black Ops players. And if not, hopefully my voice will soothe you in some way. If that's possible, then, you know, give me a call. No, I'm joking. Right, this is me playing Radiation on Headquarters. This is me playing Headquarters on Radiation, that's better. With the Galley Silence, personal fave for a long-range silenced weapon. It seems to maintain its recoil very well, and it doesn't seem to lose as much damage over range, even with the suppressor. So if you haven't given it a try, you know, slap a suppressor on this, you know, go to town. Because I found it works really well at long ranges, since it really doesn't lose a lot of damage. And the iron sight isn't bad either, so you don't really need Warlord with this to put a scope on or anything, because the iron sights are fine, you can see very clearly. Why am I playing Headquarters? Because it's not really a strategic game. Pretty much for the XP. At this point I was ranking up, now I've reached level 50, but now that the Headquarters is online, it's my job to stay between the Headquarters and the enemies and try and slow them down in any way possible. You'll notice that I don't rush around the corner like an idiot, because I know they're spawning over there, and it's not like Modern Warfare 2, you can't just sprint around a corner and just drop shot and hope that you just get a kill for it. Because one, going prone on this game is a lot slower, and you often get killed in between the drop shot now, because they've obviously been working on hit detection whilst laying down, because they found drop shot a problem on the other game. And two, enemies have a lot more life, so you can't just run into people and hope you're going to win. I knew that guy was going to come back for more since I killed him earlier, and that's just their general route. They have to run across the map if they want to get there quickly, or else they have to flank all the way around, which will take them ages. So most dumb players just run straight across the middle of the map, so it's quite a good idea just waiting around there. But I didn't want to overstay my welcome, so I moved. And notice how I went round underneath the map instead of straight across the middle where they were going. Because if I went straight across the middle of the map and then I met one of them on the way, I could have died. Going underground was just generally the safer route. And I put my Blackbird in underground, and that's probably my favourite kill streak at the moment, just because it is awesome. Not only like does it just basically give you confidence just to run at enemies and know where they are, so you can shoot through walls and stuff, it just basically propels you from an 8 kill streak, well 7 in my case, but it propels you from an 8 kill streak, and then you can able to get your 9 and your 11 really easily. And those last few kills are always like tense moments, but when you're the Blackbird up, it makes it a lot easier, because you always know where enemies are, and you can just get them 3 to 4 kills really easily, and it just makes everything a lot easier. So yeah, I'm in my chopper gunner now, and unfortunately a lot of people leave now, and I'm left shooting at one person for a while, but people start joining in a minute, and they all spawn together, so it just gives me a lot of easy kills quickly. It's obviously a big group join, so I was just able to spray down a lot before they could really get out of their spawn. It's not a very nice way for them to enter the game, but I couldn't really do anything about it, so I decided just to keep killing. So yeah, I get on a little spree. I think I get a good maybe 8-9 kills, I'm not really sure, I didn't count. But that's where my chopper gunner ends. And I still wanted to keep my streak going. I saw a guy just walk up there, and I thought he was going to come back down the stairs, but obviously not. This guy here, I see there's a guy on the left, and I didn't know where he was going. And at this point I didn't realise that you could go around the back of this area, so I thought, well, he has to come around the front way, so I'll just wait here for him. But he ends up going around the back. Luckily he doesn't see me and tries to go underground and gets killed from it. I don't really like sticking near teammates on this game. Just, it's good for brutal force. If you really want to like push a flag or something, if you have a lot of numbers, then you're going to get the flag quite easily, because everyone's got a lot of life. No one can just run in and spray you all down. But if you want to be sneaky and actually get kills from behind and like not risk dying all the time, then you want to be solo and just play away from your team. You don't want to just stand near them all the time. Right here I'm just stopping them from going to the Headquarters again, and I get my dogs. I get my dogs, and shit's gonna get real now, because dogs just tear the place up on this game. They did on World of War, but I think they're significantly better on this game. After all, they are a 11 kill streak, and because they don't stack or anything. Yeah, so right here, someone puts up another Blackbird, so I have the confidence just to run at people and just kill them, because I know when they're facing the other way, and I can just run behind them and do stuff like that, even though I only got an assist there. This is filmed on theatre mode, so that was on him in the game, but they start spawning next to me here, and I get quite worried because I don't really want to die. I've got quite a good streak going here, and want to keep it up, but at the same time I like to rush spawns when people are near me. This is terrible shooting there. I just didn't know what he was going to do. I didn't know if he was going to run around the corner or just back off. Eventually backed off, and luckily I got the kill just from spraying off the hip. They managed to push us out the headquarters here. I'm not really sure how. I think we probably all pushed out to spawn kill because we wanted kills. And that's my first death there. I probably could have avoided it if I jumped down the hole, and that sounded wrong. I'm going to just say if I jumped down the hole, then I probably could have avoided it. Or I could have just stayed out of it and just not gone after them guys, because I did walk into the middle of the map, and that's just dangerous. And that was one hell of an assist. I just put one bullet into the guy and ended up getting 5,000 XP for it, so that was pretty cool. Spy planes on this game. I'm going to quickly talk about spy planes. This hasn't got much to do with the gameplay, because as you see, when the sweep goes across, a lot of the other team doesn't have Ghost, and that's quite a good thing. Well, good and bad. Ghost is kind of like an overused perk on this. A lot of people use it. This makes spy planes a lot worse than they actually are. Like, when you put a spy plane up, you're kind of sure where the enemy are, and you're like, oh, they're there, I can rush at them now and move without checking corners, stuff like that. But since a lot of players use Ghost in this game, it makes it really hard to do that. You can't just put up a spy plane and immediately think, hey, they're all over there, I can run across the map fine, because you've got to remember, Ghost is really used in this game. It's not like Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty 4 where it wasn't really used at all. If someone UAV jammed you on Call of Duty 4, you were shocked because they weren't using stopping power or Juggernaut. And that was terrible accuracy then. I should have been killed easily then, but sometimes you just need lucky breaks like that to get a good game. I probably should have died then. I'm not going to say I shouldn't have. So basically, when you put a spy plane up, you want to move towards the red dots but not rush, and you want to sit round them. I know it sounds wrong because it sounds like I'm going to say camp, but you want to sit near them and let them come towards you, because that way, if there is a person with Ghost, hopefully they'll wander into you. Or it sounds like I'm saying camping, but obviously don't do that, because that is strictly a no-no in the community, of course. Oh fuck, just knocked out my headphone. And now they're back in. And right here I get blocked from that corridor, and I just quickly think to myself, what's the quickest way to flank round? And this ends up working really nicely, because I end up cutting off their spawn from a whole different angle that no one was really expecting. So it's always good to just switch up positions and try and find other ways to cut off the spawn, because, well, they start spawning to the far left now, but then they eventually start spawning back in here, so I end up being in the right place at the right time. And then I changed positions again because I thought they were going to eventually just come around that corner firing. So I go all the way around, and I managed to get, I don't know, do I get all three? No, someone beats me to all three, but I get my Blackbird again. And like I said earlier, when you get the Blackbird, you know where everyone is, so you basically can just plan when to attack people and when not to, so you can get your other kill streaks. So I think this is the end of the game here, guys. I'd like to thank GamingLabel for posting this as usual. This has been Mr. Fitzy. If you want to go watch 45 to 0, I've got one up on my channel, so that's a little bit more pressure to go visit my channel, I suppose. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this gameplay. I get a kill with my chopper gun. That's the end of the game. 250 to 0, and I go 42 to 2.
Good job, team.
Bye.
Stand by for further orders.